Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Hack Me Silly video. In this video, I am going to be showing you guys how you can accomplish the Give Yourself $1,000 challenge. So first off, right, we want to somehow give ourselves $1,000, and that's associated with the bank page. There's multiple ways that you can achieve this challenge, and also I'm sorry that I sound a little bad or like gross. I am sick. So first thing we want to do is head over to the bank page and let's see what's going on. Let's open up our console just in case we get the challenge and we don't realize it. Oh, what's this object now? Oh, that's just our username. So we have $32,000 in our bank account as noob. What happens if we deposit 110 times? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Unfortunately, we did not accomplish the challenge. That sucks. Now let's do some more digging. So if we go over here and we click on components, luckily it's already taken us to the page, but if you don't know how to get to the page, you can just click this and this whole thing here, and that'll take you to the page. And we can see all these things that are associated with the page, which is pretty cool. We can see all these different buttons. And we can also see these things over here called state variables, right? So that's pretty cool. State variables are editable variables that are associated with a page or document in the React.js programming language. And they are used for all sorts of things. They can store multiple data types, such as like JSON, arrays, strings, integers, doubles, booleans, whatever you want. You can probably store it in a state variable, right? So let's inspect these state variables and see what they're really doing on the inside. So if we go ahead and we view the source code, and remember, we're focused on depositing $1,000. So maybe that means that we need to deposit $1,000 in one go rather than depositing $100 10 times. So maybe we need to figure out a way that we can edit like one of these variables to allow us to deposit $1,000 rather than like 110 or 1. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Right now I'm under the render tab so that we can view the render is the HTML, right, of the page. So if we scroll down and we look for, deposit div, that's pretty interesting. So that means this is probably the thing associated with deposits. And we look at the button here, which is the deposit button. So the button that I'm looking at right now is right here. And this is the 100 deposit, this guy. So let's look at what's going on. It's so we're depositing, and it takes the money from this.state.100. So that means it's taking the text value from this.state.100, which is the 100 state variable. So if we scroll up, we can see here's a state variable called 100. And so that's an editable value under the components tab. But let's just make sure that this is, so keep that in mind, this is editable, but right now all we know is that it edits the string and not anything else. So let's scroll down and let's see what happens. So it says on click, which means that the function right here is going to be called when we click this button. So this.make100 deposit. So now we need to find a function called make100 deposit. So if we scroll up, it's going to be in this, and here it is, make100 deposit. And this calls this.make deposit this.state.100. So it is taking the state variable called 100 and it's passing it into the function called make deposit. So if we scroll down to the function called make deposit, which is right here, we can see that it actually, in the fetch request, which is the HTTP GET, and I'll talk more about HTTP GET requests and stuff like that in the future, that it actually adds the deposit amount over here, right? And that's what it takes in as a variable, right? So it's taking that state variable of 100 and it's passing it in as a deposit amount to this function, and then it's sending that deposit amount to the server. Okay, so all we need to do is edit the state variable, and then we can give ourselves $1,000 rather than 100. So cool beans. We found the component here on the left, and then we go over here and we click on 100, which is the state variable that's being sent in the function. And instead of 100, we send 1,000, and we press enter. And look at that, it edited the text, but guess what? It also deposits $1,000 for us. And we can see our number goes up to 34,000 instead of 33. And now if we go over to our console, we should see a key. And there it is. So that is a lot of money. So we can copy our key, go back over to keys, paste it in, close this out, click submit, and woohoo, you've completed the Give Yourself $1,000 problem. Awesome. So what is the lesson from this? Basically, don't allow anything on the client side to mean what you're, or to, oh gosh, don't allow anything on the client side that is sensitive to be edited, right, and sent over to the server. Instead, that number, like the amount that you can deposit, should be on the server side rather than the client side, where it can't be edited by anybody who just has the source code, okay? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this challenge, and have a great one. Bye-bye.